Namaskar. I welcome you all to this concluding part of third set of meditation techniques. I believe you all had a nice sleep, a dreamless sleep last night. Some of you, in fact, I believe, forgot to undertake the technique. But notwithstanding that, I believe that you all have had a nice sleep, a dreamless sleep. Keep practicing that. You will definitely do a paradigm shift in your sleep pattern and in your happiness and bliss quotient. You will blissify your life. Okay. Today we will do a fourth technique in addition to the first three techniques we have seen, and this fourth technique is a slight modification of the first technique if we look at one particular frame of reference. But if we look at the other frame of reference, then this technique is a paradigm shift energy for all of us. Okay, so this fourth technique is primarily that there is some problem with the connection. Okay, this fourth technique is that we trace our breath to the point where it vanishes, and then we retrace it back to where it leaves. Earlier, what we had done, we were following the breath, it was reaching a time, and from there we were stopping it intentionally, moving horizontally, creating a gap, and then the thing was moving out. From this point to this point, we were intentionally keeping a gap, moving in, gap, out. Now what we are going to do is, from here we will move down right to the point where it vanishes, and from there we will move up. The first technique was very scientific. It was based only on scientific data, a very cut and dry thing. But there are people who have another element in them which is very predominant, and that element is devotion, Shraddha. This is the fourth technique that we are going to introduce in our meditation. When we take a deep breath in, we reach a point when our lungs are filled. They are full and no more air can be pumped in. But the pull of the air to come in continues for some time. This is very subtle, very subtle. Try to understand this. I will try my best to explain it to you. You take a deep breath in. It has stopped, but the pull continues for some time, for say half a second, 2 seconds maximum. And then this pull vanishes at a point, and then it starts moving out. And it forces the air to move out. Now, from this point, from where our meditation, from where our breath has stopped, to the point where it goes down, is the point where we should focus with devotion to God. Now let us do a bit of theoretical thing on God. What exactly is God? And which God? God is your God, the God on which you have faith, belief, trust, and you love. Okay, so as per the gradual progression of this concept, the first, when a child grows up, the first God is the Ishtdev, the God that is prayed within the house. The mother, father, parents who tell them, this is your God. That particular, it is Vaishno Devi Mata, it could be any other God, it could be Guru Gobind Singh Ji, it could be any god which the parents tell us is classified as Ishtadev. Then comes the Kul Devta, the god of the family. Then comes the Gram Devta, the god of the community. And then comes the Sagun Bhagwan, the god with one attribute. Every force of nature has been personified in the form of a god. The rain god is Indra, Agni god, Vayu, Dharti, Prithvi, Akash, Marut. Everything is personified as a god. And we, with our inclination of Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic combination, we get attracted to one form of god. And that god we say as Sagun god. The god with a particular gun, that is a particular property, a particular aspect. Sagun god. Then from Sagun god we move to a concept of number of gods, Ek Roop and then Anek Roop. The Sagun god becomes Ek Roop and then it becomes Anek Roop. God has got thousands and thousands of manifestation. Each force of nature is one meditation. And we, as we grow up, we recognize the presence of Anek Roop of God. That form of God which has got multiple roops. And then from Anek Roop, we move to Virat Roop. The Virat Roop, that one imagination, one visualization, which could only be seen by Arjun or Sanjay or Krishna's mother. Only 3 people on this earth have actually seen that. Others follow the scriptures where it is told. Gita shows it in complete detail in one of its chapters. So that Virat Roop of Vishnuji is the next, which is inclusive of all the Roops till now. All the Anek Roops, they go into the Virat Roop. And from Virat Roop, we go to a Roop, formless. A God which is formless, the energy, the Tat, the Tao, the Chi, the Brahman, everything included. It is that nameless thing which has got 1,000 names and yet cannot be named. That nameless thing we reach. And that nameless thing is so in this entire ladder from our Ishtadev to a Roop, in this entire ladder we can latch on to any one of the gods as the one on which we have devotion. We will have devotion to one god, we will move up. Devotion to another, we will move up. We will move up. Finally, we will reach that stage where it is a Roop God, the manifestation of God. So, identify your God, take a deep breath in. When the intaking stops, your God pulls it further. In your heart is your God situated. Just behind your heart is your God. And when we take in a deep breath, the breath is not being pulled by us only. It is being pulled in by our God also, on which we have devotion. The meditation of this kind has a fantastic flavor of joy and happiness. It is way, way above the meditation of pure scientific thing, where breath was in, we created the gap, breath moved out. No, when the breath is being pulled in, we are pulling in, our God inside is also pulling in, we stop pulling in at one point, the God continues to pull in till it vanishes. Till it becomes zero, it vanishes here. And from this vanishing point, it starts moving up, it starts pushing the breath up, but we have stopped the breath. So once that push is more than our stopping power, the breath moves out and the God breathes out. Same thing happens on the outside and same thing happens on the inside. Again, we take a deep breath in. Let us practice this. Hands softly rubbed together. Forefinger touching the thumb, equal pressure, and kept on the knees or in your lap where comfort is maximum. And then close your eyes very slowly, like the dimming of lights in a theater, and your eyes are closed. I will keep my eyes open because I got to look at the camera. You please close your eyes. And now take a deep breath in as long as possible. At one point, the lungs are full and we are not able to pull in more air, but the pull continues to pull it down. We got to bring our awareness to this pull. You can release your breath whenever it is comfortable. So take a deep breath in once again. The breath stops, the pull continues, we energize that pull. We witness that point where the pull becomes zero and we release the pull back, we release the breath. The breath moves out. We again pull it in. The breath stops, the pull continues. And this pull which continues is the pull being done by our God inside of us. How beautiful is this concept? The body itself is a temple, and in the garbhagriha of the temple is our own God. How beautiful, how majestic is this thought. It gets pulled in, we release our breath, it goes out. It is I will just give the cue to pull in the breath. After that, you yourself pull in the breath, realize where air has stopped moving in, and realize that it is being pulled again inside. And that realization is that it is being pulled by God inside. It becomes zero, the pull becomes zero, it starts its return journey, it pushes, the air is being stopped by us, we release that catch, and the air moves out of the nostrils. Pull in, out, we come out. Earlier when the air stopped pulling in, we were stopping at that point and filling it with love. Now we are not stopping at that point, we are realizing that love, faith, God, devotion, everything is inside, and that is pulling the breath in. How beautiful, how majestic, how uplifting. You know there are two things. One is the gravity which pulls us down, and one is this Shraddha which pulls us up. They call it grace also. So it is grace versus gravity. The grace pulls us up, gravity pulls us down. The Sattva pulls us up, the Rajas makes us move horizontally, and the Tamas pulls us down. The fight is between the Sattvic and Tamasic pravritis. The Sattvic Sampada needs to be enhanced. That is what is the aim of this. And with that, we need a devotion. Some people say, I just don't believe in God. Yes, you don't believe in God, but you believe in this belief that you don't believe in God. Shraddha is same. My Shraddha is to my God. Your Shraddha is to your non-God. Imagine that non-God is pulling. So it is equally applicable to everyone. My God, your non-God are same because our Shraddha is same. You defend your non-God with same power with which I defend my God. So the power of defense is same. The power of Shraddha is same. There is no difference between you and me. I honor you equally as much as I honor those who have Shraddha. Both are equally honorable people. Take a deep breath in. For those who don't believe in God, the air stops, the non-God is pulling it down because science has got no answer who pulls the breath down. What makes the muscle? It only says that the diaphragm muscles contract. But what makes them contract? They say it is some enzymes which are secreted. Who secretes those enzymes? It is the glands. Who populates the glands and make them this kind of a chemical? They have not reached the answer. What they have reached is that there is no God. I say, yes, there is no difference between your Shraddha and my Shraddha. It is so beautiful. It is so uplifting. Uplifting is the word. It is not pulling it down. It is the grace which is lifting up. The grace of God which is lifting us up and making us feel light. The tension goes out. The tension goes out because of this. Okay. We once again take a deep breath in. We do this 4-5 times regularly. We do this 4-5 times regularly. That we take the deep breath in. When the air stops moving in, we continue to pull. That is not we, that is the God in us. With devotion to our God, we continue to pull. We pull, we continue to pull. We reach a point where the pull is zero. And from there we start pushing it up. The God is in us is exhaling. And with each breath of ours, the God is also inhaling, the God is also exhaling. My God is inhaling with us. My form of God is inhaling with me. Your form of God is inhaling with you. And both are equally honorable and respected. Absolutely. It is the Shraddha with which we do this particular technique of meditation. Once again, we take a long breath in. We release the breath. We imagine a beautiful temple inside of us, and that temple is breathing. The God in that temple is breathing along with our breath. A deep breath in, a deep breath out. In, out. And now out also, let us focus on the out part. When we throw the breath out, it goes about 9 fingers away from our nostrils. That is the vanishing point. At that point, no more throwing out of breath happens, but the power continues to throw it out. That power is the God around us. God around us pulls that air out, prepares the air to be pushed in, and at an opportune moment, our nostrils are open and we pull it in. There is complete synchronicity with the God outside and with the God inside. They both exist at the point where the breaths vanish. The inhaling vanishes, the exhaling vanishes. That edge, that last point, last nanosecond. Take a deep breath in and bring your awareness to exhale. As we exhale, a point comes where the breath is stopped, but the power keeps on pushing. In fact, that is not the push power, that is the pull power, the power of pull of the God outside. The God pulls out all the negativity, it pulls out all the tensions that are inside of us. When God from outside pulls the breath out, it pulls out all the garbage also that we have accumulated, thinking that this garbage is ours. They are stones, they are not diamonds. The concept is so uplifting. We have a God inside which pulls the breath in, and we have a God outside which pulls the breath out. The inner pull brings in the prana energy, the outer pull takes out the garbage. How beautiful is the entire concept. Bask in the happiness of this concept throughout the day. Whenever you bring your awareness onto your breath, recall this concept. Throughout the day, continue. Let you dance, let yourself dance with joy throughout the day, doing whatever you are doing. Let the beat of your dance be your breath. Someone is pulling in, someone is pulling out. Someone is bringing in prana energy, someone is taking out the garbage. The breath becomes the vehicle of your health. Breath becomes the vehicle of your mental health. Breath becomes your own uplifting vehicle. You get uplifted. It is so beautiful, it is so enchanting, it is so uplifting, it is so liberating, it is so easing, it is so tensionless. It is the white light of the mind, it is the tip of the nostrils, it is at the tip of the tongue, it is at the navel, it is filling the entire body with that effulgent happiness which is, that's it. There is, I am that, aham brahmasmi, tattvam asi, you are that, I am brahmasmi. Everyone is that final element. So the final element is pull. When we pull in the breath, imagine when the air coming in stops, the God pulls it a few notches more. And when we throw it out, we throw it only till nostrils and about 9 fingers beyond that. After that, the God pulls out the garbage. Feel the thing, not as a forced thing in your breath, but let your breath flow in its natural way. Let the layam be natural. And when we are focusing on breath, one thing you must have noticed, no unwanted thought came in our mind. In the last 24-25 minutes, if unwanted thought came, we ourselves diverted back to the meditation session. That is the beauty of this technique. It forces you back to this. So now, with this, we come to the end of the session. Thank you very much. Next Saturday, same time, we will pick up another technique. So now in your arsenal, you have 4 techniques. Mix, match, whatever is comfortable to you, adopt that. If nothing is comfortable to you, wait for the next technique. In about 7-8 techniques, you will reach your path to the ultimate bliss. Thank you very much. Namaskar.